woman is behind bars after being accused of repeatedly giving a 6-year-old boy alcoholic drinks. The authorities have charged 26-year-old Victoria Hampton with child endangerment and contributing to the unruliness or delinquency of a child. Deputies first encountered Victoria and the 6-year-old boy at around 8:30 p.m. on the 5th of August at a Marathon gas station located in Hamilton, Georgia, where they were called for a welfare check. Victoria was speaking with the officers when the boy, whom she called her son, ran up to them with an open Smirnoff Ice in his hand. The boy said he opened the Smirnoff with his mouth. Victoria explained that the boy grabbed a Smirnoff from a set she had just bought without her realising it. The deputies told her to pay closer attention to the boy and his actions. She apologised and said it would never happen again. The gas station manager told the deputies that he wanted Victoria trespassed from the business, prompting the deputies to go to her home to tell her. While there, one of the officers allegedly saw the boy unsupervised on his scooter with an open Smirnoff Ice in his hand. The deputies contacted Children's Services. Minutes later, the boy's father, Justin Sorrell, arrived home. Justin said that Victoria is not the boy's biological mother, explaining instead she's a friend of his and she moved in a couple of weeks ago to help her out because she'd been going through hard times, he said. Justin said he had no idea that Victoria had given his son alcohol because he'd been at work all day. The 6-year-old told deputies that Victoria had been giving him Smirnoffs regularly and that it helps him sleep at night. Deputies took the boy to his biological mother's residence. They arrested Justin and Victoria, who both had outstanding traffic warrants out of Miami Township and were both held at the Butler County Jail. 36-year-old Amber Desiree Pratt was reportedly caught on camera trying to fatally smother her boyfriend's 7-year-old son with a pillow and a blanket in Key West, Florida. On the 7th of August, officers met with the child's father over allegations his girlfriend was abusing his son. He said that within the last few months he's noticed behavioural changes with the child, as well as instances of the child waking up in the morning with swollen, irritated eyes, with no explanation as to why. The child's father became suspicious and began reviewing video recordings from inside the home. In the footage, Amber is seen covering the boy's head and body with a pillow and blanket, and forcefully pushing her body weight on top of him. The child can be seen squirming, and later told detectives that he could not breathe at the time, as he was struggling to get out of her hold. In other instances, footage showed Amber entering the child's bedroom and approaching the boy while he was asleep in bed. She's then seen sprinkling an unknown substance on the child's head and face area, causing an immediate reaction to the child. This allegedly happened multiple times. The child's father provided the footage to law enforcement. Amber was arrested that same day at her home at 806 Catherine Street in Key West, Florida, and was charged with attempted murder and felony child abuse without great bodily harm. She was booked into the Monroe County Jail at 8:53 p.m. that night. Her occupation is listed as a vet tech. She's due to appear in court on the 26th of August. 34-year-old Erin Morden has been taken into custody after authorities say he broke into an apartment, shot a woman in the face with her own gun, and kidnapped her young child. The incident occurred at around 10:30 p.m. on the 7th of August at the intersection of 11th Street East and Avenue R in Palmdale, California. Investigators said the suspect asked the victim if he could enter her apartment because someone was chasing him. When the woman refused, he forced his way into the residence. That's when the suspect attempted to assault the victim with a hammer. The victim then ran into a room where she retrieved her firearm to try and protect herself. Erin overpowered the victim and took her firearm away from her and shot her in the face. After shooting her, Erin dragged her out of the house and she was able to get away from him. It appears that just before the woman was shot, she quickly moved her head, resulting in a flesh wound instead of a more serious gunshot injury to her head. The authorities said that after the shooting, a gunman took the woman's 10-year-old daughter hostage, running down the street chased by her father. Her father backed off when the man pointed the gun at him, and when deputies arrived, the man held the gun to her head before obeying orders to drop the weapon. Deputies say the suspect's a complete stranger to the victims. The girl was unharmed. The motive of the attack is unknown. He was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, and kidnapping. He was jailed on a $1 million bond. 31-year-old Shakila Feaster of Lithonia, Georgia, is behind bars after being accused of drowning her baby. The incident occurred on the 30th of July 2022. when Shaquilla put a 29-week-old infant into a tub of water and then went downstairs for 5 minutes. When she returned, the child was unresponsive and she contacted 911. The child was taken to hospital, but died on the 4th of August. Police arrested Shaquilla at a funeral home in Decatur on the 11th of August. The infant's funeral was held the following day at the Peace Baptist Church in Decatur. Shaquilla is charged with murder, and she's held at the DeKalb County Jail without bond. Under Georgia law, a person is charged with murder in the second degree when they're accused of causing the death of a child through second-degree cruelty to children, which is based on criminal negligence.